What's going on? I'm a hairy wizard, and my magical objectives include stealing a hand teleporter, or just taking LSD. Oh, and surviving. My name was I'm gonna fuck this up, and not in a good way, the Conqueror. The first thing I did was give guns to my people like the Viet Cong. Next, I went to the teleporter room by riding a cloud there like a young Goku. Already half of my job was done now, like a delivery person. I just needed to deliver myself alive to accomplish my task. Maintenance it is. I journeyed through the darkness while feeling stealthier than Sam Fisher infiltrating a home for the blind. My powers gave me all access like a captain. I then walked in on someone changing. I saw him exposed, so he exposed me. Darts! I was still learning the way of the fireball. The TMZ paparazzi were shooting me like a celebrity dying in the street. A ball of fire was my only solution, but my first two attempts missed. Finally, a direct heated hit. The blast gave my target's body a fancy three-piece suiting look. Then, more hiding. I was traveling with more smoke clouds than a stoner with a shitty car. I took a route to a rival's to see what's up. I torched the first person I saw. I slayed Brick Car like I drove him off a cliff. I hit his body well enough. Confidence was flowing through me heavily, so I said over the radio, "Just call the shuttle, no one else dies." The AI responded to me,
"Wow, that's a shit name."
Well, to security I go. Someone was just standing around waiting to blow up like a suicide bomber rapper, so I gave him a cut like a generous DJ. I went to the armory to get guns like I didn't have any magic. Then the AI posted a community poll.
"Well, anyway, the wizard has posed the terms that if I call the shuttle, nobody else will die. Should I do it, or do you want to try to kill him?"
Kill! I want to kill him.
So I told them all.
Bring it on.
Well, damn, I had people wanting to kill me on the radio like a diss track, physically and lyrically. So I went back into security and witnessed the warden spontaneously combust. I was brought down by my own move, like trying a new sex position and hurting your back. I was still up and ready, so I murdered the warden like the evil genius convict that I am. Afterwards, I stole the shoeless man's identity like I had nothing to lose. I was spotted by Sec. Therefore, I greeted the officer with more heat than they could handle. Challengers came one at a time to die at the wizard's hands. One of the fools was that shit talker from the radio. His very last word was, "Dick." I was a dick, which is why I hid in the trousers of darkness. More would of course come looking for me, but they didn't stand a chance against my fiery hibachi grill chef skills. They called the emergency shuttle, but I wasn't going to stop killing, because they took too long to call it in the first place. Then an armored up botanist tried to play riot cop with me, but I had that point blank range fire. And I can't forget my magical weapon that isn't conjugated. It's the realest virtual sword. This beast can be used to hurt weaklings from far away like the internet crafted into a blade. Temperatures for the station were getting hotter than a live lesbian orgy happening inside the Earth's core. It was over for my wizardry. I burned up faster than a middle-aged man, LARPing as a fire wizard using propane tanks.
Propane. Motherfucking wizards never die.
Yeah, you know who we are. My name is Beavis Brown. I'm a curator that's also a traitor. My objectives are to kill a geneticist and get out of this lifeless void in one piece. I already have one Bakugan kid skipping class to pretend to read. I didn't want my rep to be ruined, which is why I ditched the dork to go spy on a man who liked to get his genetics all over other people's family trees, aka the guy I needed to kill. After I recommended the clown a novel, I noticed a gorilla was in my library. I was kind of freaking out, but at the same time I was happy. But what really scared me for some reason was hearing "Snake!" Anyways, the gorilla was my bodyguard and best friend now. We now had an exotic monkey, but sadly monkeys and bartenders have always had a Cold War standoff like doctors and daily apple consumption. Dr. Bartender then snapped and attacked. The gorilla protected his shit-slinging brother's honor. Later on, I went to go look for my assassination target. He was not at the place where I just saw him. That means he is dead. 99% chance, right? The bar was popping with shots. I then witnessed the barkeep being murdered by a bunch of pale weeb cosplayers. I was afraid of being singled out, so I joined in due to peer pressure. During a walk through the halls, I saw the captain defending himself from an attacker. I had to stop and see that shit. Once the traitor was no longer able to betray anyone else, the captain sliced him up faster than the Hindu god Kali. The gorilla was still raising hell by having a fit like a hairy 350-pound man-child.
The emergency shuttle has been called.
Is it time to go or time to find people to kill? Officer Security is severely understaffed at the neat clown cops who's harassing my tall, dark, handsome pal, so I had no other choice but to whack him with my bat. I treated the clown like a batting cage and my gorilla friend even swung on him too. The heinous crime I committed sent me into hiding. I walked into the locker room of the local garden and nailed someone harder than Adam nailed Eve, since it was the first time ever and there were no such things as expectations. Then, the one-sided scuffle poured out into the halls, but no one was stopping the bat whooping like some sweet street justice. The detective just walked by, and the sec officer didn't seem to care either, like they were both on my payroll. I then laid down a senseless beating harder than Sid from Toy Story if he was the playable character in Toy Commander. No one was safe from the wax, not even this Inuyasha wannabe. His cool shades would of course hide his wimpy tears. I then waited in the dark with my gun, so I could kill whoever walks by. The clown was lucky enough to win the fatal prize of bullets and hits from the bat until he stopped honking. Scared security officers will fire their taser or whatever is in front of them, even their partners.
The emergency shuttle has docked at the station.
Well, somehow, I have to get on that alive. Okay, fuck sec. Damn, being in custody is bad too. Even worse is a bullet to the head, execution style, right in front of the ape. Man, come on.
Why read books?
Why?
When you can read booze.
Now it's time to bartend in a traitorous way. My objectives included stealing a Silver Surfer and surviving, which both sounded boring. Taking naps in lockers does not sound too fun either, so I think I'll apply to be a serial killer. My resume was looking not so robust though. I was living a lie like someone faking injury to get disability checks for years, so I had a plan, which included pretending to cook by laying out eggs for the chef that was arriving late. I casually said to him, "Oh, what's up?"
Shit, homeboy. I see you already started.
Oh, I did start something alright, plotting his demise. I didn't plot long because I knocked him on his ass with my beanbag chair shotgun and then finished off his relaxing treatment with the lead shower. His body was then stashed in my locker after the shooting. The mime then silently helped me clean up the mess like Mike from Breaking Bad. The bar looked brand new. This gave me the opportunity to start climbing the killer corporate ladder. I would shoot anyone on my way up to get higher on this murderous pedestal, so I offered my next victim a drink, instead gave them 2 shots from my shotgun. Once he was stunned, I put him out of his misery using my gun to unplug him. After the murder, I hid the mystery's answer like a cold case. This time, I actually picked up my bullet casings like a responsible killer. I then easily broke into the low-populated security's armory and withdrew 2 energy guns. I asked my usual question, and even asked, "Want a beer?" before using my deadly shooting combo that packs a more accurate 1-2 punch than Steph Curry and Klay Thompson on the court. While I was dragging the body to its final location, the mime was the only witness. He was now my quiet accomplice, like a producer working from behind the scenes. An anonymous donor built a hall of fame for all the famous space stationers, and included some of the greats such as the leading ERP scorer Perp the Pimp, then that guy who won the Golden Snitch Award for the all-time high most admin helps in a game. You can't forget the Nuke, because it holds the #1 spot on the most kills list, along with many other greats that have blessed our station with their greatness. I wanted a statue for the most bodies stashed in lockers, so I had to keep trying. I caught a moth and held its attention like a light before I gave him the 2-piece. The piece of meat then got fried via laser like a futuristic space barbecue. Well, that's 4 bodies, definitely not world record worthy, so I had to carry on like the family and friends of all my victims. That'll be simple, since on Space Station, nobody has anyone that cares about them. Maybe word was getting around that I was killing people instead of serving them drinks, because less and less people were showing up to my bar, so I did my business out in the open, like Jack Ruby gunning down Lee Harvey Oswald. I probably should have ran into maintenance or something, because I knew they were coming. For me, it was the last stand like Arnold Schwarzenegger's action movie days. These motherfuckers had me cornered, but I was gonna go out blasting like Tony Montana, minus taking anyone with me during the process though. Truth is, I knew my kill streak was over as soon as I saw those 3 guys rushing me. I was executed, so now they will never find the bodies, unless they did a real quick search of my back room.